Have you ever wondered who is in charge of cleaning up all the dungeons after your team wipes? Well, look no farther because Dungeon Renovation Simulator is coming out sometime this year. Now, before we even get into the gist of it, I gotta say the game is buggy as all hell. It's performance-wise, it just wasn't really running that well. And on top of that, it is full of bugs and silly glitches, and it just doesn't work that well, right? But I still sat through it and played the whole time. I don't know if it's something about just getting that type of, progression and seeing it be completely cleaned when you're done, but this just for some reason kept me sitting in my seat playing the game until I was finished. So I gotta say, while it really doesn't run that well, the features themselves are very simple and just downright basic. I still played it, so that has to say something, right? Now, while I specifically didn't delve into maybe exactly what the game is going for, I did enjoy cleaning things up because it's just like Power Wash Simulator. When you see the dirt go away, you just really enjoy it. And this game actually has several different types of, we'll call them quote-unquote dirts is what they'd like to say, but right now all you see is blood and slime. Blood from all of the enemies that were slain, and slime from, I'm assuming, like digestion or something like that, because you find all types of things inside the slime. So I gotta say, the one thing that they did get down is it's very, very, very appealing. And the slime animation they have, because you vacuum up the slime, it is very, very, very satisfying, I have to say. In this game, you'll be taking on the role of a goblin that is in charge of cleaning up the mess that I would assume whoever the owner is, but you're the one that has to deal with all these problems. Now, you're equipped with a handful of tools that are going to make your life a little bit easier. Number one, you got a mop. Number two, you got a vacuum. And this mop vacuum is actually a 2-in-1 solution. You have a skull, it fits in your hand, it extends out to a mop with looks like Cthulhu's face on the end of it, honestly. And it also detracts into a vacuum. Very, very weird, but I like it. It fits the theme, And with this mop and vacuum, you'll be tasked to clean up a bunch of different things like slime, body parts, blood, broken furniture all over the place, weapons. If honestly you think about what might be in a dungeon of some, ancient demon or something like that, probably looks pretty similar to this. And you're fortunate enough to not be one of the bodies on the floor, but you gotta clean it all up. You are also able to pick up a lot of these things that are on the ground and throw them or either carry them over to this black hole that, I don't know if, this goblin is just super OP and has this magic, or if this is just standard issue black hole for cleaning, but this thing can pretty much suck up anything. So you'll be tossing all your trash in there. You'll see in the upper left corner there'll be a dirt and a trash level, and basically you'll just have to get these down to the bottom, and that's how you'll complete this mission, for lack of a better term. And throughout this, you'll also be able to find some really fun little like mini games, kind of. The one that I did in particular had these 4 puzzle pieces. If you put these puzzle pieces on this puzzle, you would open a hidden door. I just thought that was a nifty little touch. Apparently there is going to be more of these little games, so I am interested. The other really fun thing about this game is normally in, say like Power Wash Simulator or Lawn Mowing Simulator, you're just kind of going and completing a task. Well, in this one, you can kind of be done outside of just cleaning everything up. You're able to set up the dungeon however you really want to. And that, I think, is one of the big selling points for this game, is you're able to interact with almost anything in the dungeon and move it and place it wherever it is you would like to see it. So that, if you're really into maybe like dungeon renovation, this might be for you. I think that's exactly why it's called Dungeon Renovation Simulator, not just like Dungeon Cleanup Crew, because you are able to kind of set up this grand majestic hall or this dark dingy dungeon however you want to see it. Personally, I like it with all the blood and all of the slime all over the place. So outside of, all the broken furniture, the dead bodies and things like that, I'd probably leave the slime on the walls if I could, but that's not the point of the game. However, in the future, it looks like they're going to be creating a talent system. There's going to be a couple more levels, Cave of Redemption, whatever that is. There's not really too much information on it. And enemy NPCs, events, and more dirt types. Like, you can look forward to cleaning up vomit. I know you've always wanted to do that, huh? In itself, well, I have to say, just performance-wise, this game ranks very, very low for me. If you're one of those people that is just really into satisfying, enjoyable games that are low stress, high reward, you can physically see all of the things that you've done and accomplished, this is definitely just a really nice, relaxing game that you can end up spending a lot of time, especially if you're really into the decorating, because I didn't even do the decorating part and it still took me an hour to clean up everything to how I liked it, because it does have that auto clean feature where if you clean up a portion of the mess, it kind of clips the rest of it. That way you're not stuck trying to get like everything out of a little crack and stuff like that. So that is nice, but sometimes it's very random on what actually triggers the auto cleanup, so it's not really super consistent. I'll lean towards giving them a break because it is in the very early demo phase, so I'm sure that as this game develops, they'll clean up all of their mechanics and things will work properly. And if it does end up finishing like that and, you know, you're able to properly mop and vacuum to your heart's desire, this is probably going to be a solid like 6 or 7 in regards to these simulator games that are just extremely relaxing and fun to play. So definitely go check it out, guys. If you guys played it and actually had a really good time, definitely let me know down below. I personally just really loved the slime animation. There's something about that glub glub that was just, it's just like watching someone cut soap. It was a very, 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 let me just say, very satisfying FX detail that I think is 95% of the development right now. As always, I appreciate your time, and I hope to see you on the next one.